Warriorenes and Warriorenas, what is crack-a-lackin'? What's happening? Que pasa? All of the above. Hope y'all had a great week. I know I had. For sure I have. I want to do this video a little bit different. If you notice, I don't have my gaming headset on, and there's a reason for that. So I figured that I want to experiment a little bit with some throwback games from back in the day skis. And what I mean by that is I want to show y'all something. This is a game that my father actually picked out when I was a little boy. I must have been like 5 or 6 years old, around the time when the Super Nintendo came out. And that was actually my first console ever, which was awesome. I remember the day that I got it. But yeah, man, like without further ado, let me show you what game it is that I'm referring to, yo. Let me know if this brings back any memories for y'all. Yeah, check that out. HypeZone, yo. HypeZone. Look on the bottom left. Look at that. That says 1991, y'all. That's how far back this game goes. I was actually playing this game on my tablet, so I recorded it on there, so I wanted to share it with you guys. Like, this game brings back so much memories, man. Like I said, I was like 5 or 6 years old at the time when this game came out, and I remember the day that we went and got this game. Actually, it was well, not the day, I can't remember the day specifically, but I remember the store that we went and bought this game at. And it was a store that no longer exists, thanks to Walmart, but it was called Ann and Hope. So yeah, this game was super duper epic. It was, I mean, I spent hours playing this game. I mean, I beat this game and kept beating it and beating it and beating it, and I'm talking about back to back to back to back to back gameplay over and over and over again for hours on end. And the reason why I played it so much was because, again, my father picked it out. I absolutely loved this game. My dad's like, ooh, look at this one. This one looks pretty cool. And yeah, my dad was kind of like an enabler of my gaming. So that's definitely why I really enjoyed this game. It actually dawned on me the other day that I was like, man, I haven't played that one game in a long time. I wonder what it was called. So I went and did a Google search. I went in hard on just researching this game. And man, like when I seen it, I was like, bet I'm getting it. So naturally, I went ahead and acquired it and started playing it on my tablet. That's why you notice the little home screen or the little Android thing on the bottom. Actually, you probably can't because my little banner telling you what channel you're watching and all that. But take it from me, this is actually showing up on my tablet. So I figured I'd just do a reaction video on these games that I used to play back in the days, and also to see if you guys remember these types of games. I will be doing Sega games, I will be doing PlayStation 1 games, I will be doing all of those consoles that we all remember from the 90s. All my fellow millennials, Gen Xers, you know what I'm talking about, right? You remember these games, right? It was like the wild west of gaming back in these days. And wow, I mean, the amount of time that I spent on this game on the Super Nintendo, whoo, man. And look at these graphics. These graphics are straight fuego. Like, look at that, man. It's just clean. You kids don't know all right, I shouldn't say you kids don't know, because for some reason Minecraft became a thing, right? And you see how popular that game has become, so much so that Microsoft bought them. And man, I mean, games like this were super fun, super duper fun. And it was super basic. Like, you can tell that I can't go off to the sides because then my spaceship just gets damaged. Here's this one right here. This is a really cool level 2, and this is like a lava level. But the cool part about this one is it's weird because they have like meatballs everywhere. Like, there's little meatballs just bouncing around. I'm like, why is there meatballs in this game? Like, that's just weird. And these little eyeball things that are just like, popping out. And then oh, look at them skills, y'all. This is all me right here. So I'm actually using the NVIDIA Shield controller to play this. I really love that controller. If you guys remember my review of it when I was doing the NVIDIA GeForce Now, wow, look at this. Yeah, the NVIDIA GeForce Now review. I also bought the controller because of this reason right here. Now I'm actually not playing using the NVIDIA GeForce Now service for this. This is actually from a emulator that I'm using to play these old school Super Nintendo games. Whoa, I just got murked, yo, owned. But man, like come on, this has to bring back some kind of memory for y'all. You have to be like, for those of y'all that did play this back in the days, how do you feel about it? Because me, you know, when I was playing this game, I was having a freaking blast. It's just so fun. I mean, I can imagine, you know, when my father sees this, he's gonna be like, oh wow, I remember that game, like it was such a long time ago. But hey man, that's a good game. And I got a lot of games like this, you know, so I've been kind of doing stuff on Instagram as well, like just doing like little, like, see, there's the meatballs. You see the meatballs popping up everywhere. Like, why are there meatballs in this game? Like, I just don't get it. And then there's like little Cheez-Its as well, but they're not Cheez-Its. They're just like little yellow blocks. But this game is challenging. It takes some skill for sure. Like, I'm over here bopping and weaving and stuff, just trying to avoid the flames. This game, man, it is just so fun. It's just ridiculously fun. If you guys haven't played this, I highly recommend playing this game. There's just so much. It's just so much. It's just so fun. It's like, look, I'm over here recharging my power level. Yeah. So back to the story. So we bought this game in the early 90s, and I went in. Like, we weren't always able to buy video games all the time, right? But when my dad did buy the games for me, man, oh, you best believe I went in. I cherished these games. I put in the work. I put in the hours. I found the cheats. I found it all. Like, I was just learning it all, man. Back in the days, I feel like gaming back in the 90s was like the sweet spot. Like, I know some Gen Xers will probably say, nah, man, the 80s, you know, like, respect, obviously, you know, Pac-Man and all that good stuff. But I'm just saying, I think the 90s, early 90s, mid 90s, I'm just the 90s in general was like the prime time to grow up and be a child and have, you know, these gaming systems, because that's when the PlayStation was coming out. Xbox still wasn't a thing yet, but the PlayStation was out, Sega was out, what else was there? There was the Sega Saturn. I think there was Sega CD, I believe it was. There was the Jaguar console. There was Nintendo. There was N64. I mean, you name it. See, there's the little Cheez-Its. I call them Cheez-Its. This little spaceship was actually pretty cool because you can like charge and just let it, just hold it and then just let it go and then just blow everything up. Not really. I mean, it's not that epic, but it was cool, man. This game just brings back so many memories. It's so fun to play, man. I highly recommend it. Yeah, see, I'll just slow down to get my power levels back up. Just gotta slow it down. But if you slow down too much, it just damages your power as well. So yeah, these games are so fun, man. It was so limited in motion and movement and everything. Like, you really only can go left, right, up, down. You can't go forward or backwards. You know, it's just shooting, side, dip, dodge, I can't even say all that, but yeah, it's so fun to play these games, man. I miss when games used to be like this. So, bow, see that? You just hold the charge. Bow, look at that, so clean. HypeZone, man, this is the game. This was the game. This was fun to play, and I put in the work, man. I put in the hours. Obviously, I'm not, you know, playing on the tablet. It's actually not bad. Like, don't you like? What do you guys think? Like, it looks pretty good on the tablet, right? Like, playing on the tablet looks pretty nice. I think it looks good. It's working pretty well. It's not laggy or anything. Like, this is all on the tablet with the controller. So that's the era that we live on. So it's nice to be able to play all these old games on pretty much anything. I could have played this on my phone. I could play this on almost anything, really. If it's a computer, you best believe I can play this. It's just unfortunate because of the, you know, all the stuff you have to go through just to like play all these old games. Like, you would think that, you know, Super Nintendo, or excuse me, you know, Nintendo and all these, Sony and all these people would just show us love at the gaming community, just show us love and open these games up to us, man, so we don't have to, you know, put our machines at risk of malware and viruses just because we want to just, go after that nostalgia that we just cherish and we love. I mean, when I play this game, watching this game, I just think about, yeah, there was hard times growing up in the 90s, of course, but I also like to think of the good times, back when we used to have snow and seasons and stuff. But now with all this stuff going on, it's kind of, that kind of stuff is out of the wind. Did you guys see that little PlayStation, or excuse me, the Super NES controller thing? It's stuff like that, man, that just makes it worthwhile to play these types of games. And I'm about to get a new aircraft right now, so like every level, depending on how your skill level is in this, you will get a new aircraft. Like, look at this one. Like, now this one has like three thrusters on it. So this one, when I was playing this game, this particular level right here, it just reminded me of like the good times, man. Like, this was a time where I was growing up. Like I said, I was 5-6 years old, and I was into the gaming. I was into consoles. I was into computers. Like, going in school, I was hogging the computer, believe it or not. Like, I hogged the computer. We had a Macintosh in the classroom. Remember the ones with the 5-inch floppy disks and stuff? And I remember playing what is it, Reader Rabbit. There was Carmen Sandiego. There was Oregon Trail. Guys, like, you could not peel me away from the computer. Like, the teacher, I would just tick my teacher off, but I didn't care. I was passionate about it. I was always the type of kid that would take a like a cassette player and tear it apart, put it back on, put it back together before my mom can find out what I did. So yeah, this was during those times, man. During these times, growing up as a Latino, like a little immigrant child, like, it was good times, man. Not bad. Like, not a bad time to grow up in America, I would say. And it was good, man. It was good. We had it great. I would say we had it really good with the technology that we had available to us, playing these games, going in on it, just spending countless hours, and you just can't beat that, man. You can't beat those kinds of memories, man. Like, these memories right here, just the foods you were eating. Like, what can you remember that you were doing between 91 and 93? Like, the memories that pop into your head, of your family, of what you were doing at the time. It's a lot, man. And these types of games just make me happy. It just makes me reminisce. And you're gonna see I'm gonna do my best to bust these out every Thursdays for y'all, if you like this. And I want to share with you guys all the different types of games that I remember playing. Matter of fact, around this era right here, around this time frame, I remember going every Friday on weekends to look at this enemy, every Friday on weekends to New York, where my aunt used to stay. And I remember going to my cousin's house, and we would be banging it up on Sega, man, just playing Sonic, you'll see, like, I got so many games that I'm gonna share with y'all, and it's all for nostalgia week, man. Or not week, but throwback Thursdays, y'all, because it just, man, just thinking about this, watching this, just all the memories that come back, man. Like, it's, it was good. It was nice. It was a good time to be alive. We had a childhood. We were able to go outside as well as have this stuff here, because this wasn't the gaming was starting to, come out. Like, the whole gaming environment, the whole console stuff, it was not every house had it. The houses that did, didn't have the same console as you. So you were like, oh, yo, I'm gonna go to such and such crib because he got the freaking Sega, yo. I gotta go get down on that Sega. And I don't know if you remember bringing your own consoles to your friend's house so that you both can just play on it. I remember playing Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on Super Nintendo. Guys, I remember playing Mario World, just all that stuff. And I'm gonna bring it to y'all every Thursday. Something new, something different. See what kind of reaction you can get just from these games. I'll still be doing my Sunday videos Tokitori is pretty much done. We're on to the next one, and yeah, and I figured this will be a nice change of pace for the channel, for your viewing pleasure. I know I'm talking a lot, I know I'm talking quick, but it's really because I want to keep you entertained, keep you you know, engaged with what's going on here. As you can see, my skill levels, as it's just been so long since I played this game. Like, look, I'm getting owned. I mean, the ponage is real right now, but this game was just, I was so fuego with this game. Wow, like, you know. And I put my theme music over these videos because, again, I don't want to get copyright hits, and I like to think that the theme that I chose for my channel overall, it's not a bad theme. I don't think it's a bad theme. It's kind of catchy. Ooh, excuse me. Had a big dinner. But yeah, man, it's I like the tune that I picked, and I figure, you know, it just keeps the rhythm going, you know, it keeps you bopping your head a little bit. And this game is just nice. Just watching this gameplay is just, look at that. Whoop, whoop. Oh gosh, I'm getting owned, guys. Oh, I don't have it anymore. Look, I lost it. Oh, I got blown up. I lost it. Look at these graphics, man. Y'all don't know anything about this, yo. These graphics at the time were like, yo, these graphics. Look at the ship. Look at this spaceship, man. This spaceship is on fire. Like, whoa, look at these. Look at the ocean. Just look at all that, man. Like, everything. Just look at everything. Look at everything. Just take a moment and take it all in. Just take it all in. Look at how much work and effort was put in to this game with the technology that was available at the time. It's amazing. It's incredible what human beings can do. My nose is itchy. It's incredible what human beings can do. It's just amazing. I love it. This game was so fun to play. The fact that I can play it on my tablet and on any device that I have is also equally epic. The NVIDIA Shield controller, you guys, like, I'm not a big controller user. I don't like, I'm not a fan, but I will admit that, you know, I have the NVIDIA Shield controller and the Steam controller. And I love the Steam controller, but man, do I love the NVIDIA Shield controller. Like, that controller is fresh. I will definitely be using that more often. I'm a keyboard and mouse kind of person myself. I prefer to play with keyboard and mouse, but I figure for stuff like this, because I'm normally like in my bedroom laying down, and I don't really always want to be on the computer playing games and stuff, I can just, you know, game it up in the bedroom. Bam, HypeZone, y'all. HypeZone. This game is so freaking fresh to watch. Look, 5 levels cleared already. I don't remember how many levels there are, but, you know, if you guys like this video, I can go ahead and, you know, finish off the game and share it with y'all and see what you guys think, girls. But this is what I grew up on, man. This is what made the Warriorene, is these games right here. And you're gonna see more of it as time goes on. Oh, look at this. Oh gosh, these things look amazing. Look, I'm getting owned, y'all. Nope, done, game over. Remember game over? Game over was a thing. Whoo-wee. HypeZone, y'all. HypeZone. Definitely got to check that game out. You have to check that game out. It's a fun game. You have to just do what you can to get your hands on it, play it, reminisce, cry, feel good, and just remember the good old days that were the 90s, man. The 90s were the best. 90s were the best. Goosebumps, Are You Afraid of the Dark, all the good stuff from back in the days, all the gaming that we were able to enjoy and cherish. Guys, girls, Warriorenes, I hope you like this video and this gameplay of HypeZone. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Dos.